Alright ladies, so I'm just going to do half my face just to show you how incredible this makeup is and how it can transform you. I've already moisturized and applied my glorious primer. So the next step I do is this Bare Minerals prep step. It is like a complexion corrector. It kind of evens everything out. Don't ask me the science behind it, but it has these little tiny like foundation beads in it and it's just amazing. I'm going to be using my BB cream, of course. You know I am obsessed with our BB Flawless Cream. This is in the shade Bisque. Mixing in just a little bit of our concealer in Taffeta. So I mix these two together because the BB cream is amazing for your skin. It acts as your foundation, your concealer, your primer, a moisturizer, and a complexion enhancer all in one. So I want those benefits, but I want a little bit more coverage. So that's why I mix the concealer in, and also because both of these finish out to kind of a natural finish, not too dewy but also not matte, and being dry myself I prefer a natural or a dewy finish. So I blend it all out with a damp beauty sponge, and then I'm going to take the concealer, this time in the shade Scarlet, and go under my eyes. I do start the blending with my fingers. That really helps it just to melt right into my skin. And then I finish it with, again, the damp beauty sponge. That is my most used tool. I utilize that the most because, again, like I said, I'm super dry. So this adds some hydration while I'm applying my makeup, and it just blends everything out nice. I just love the finish I get when I use my beauty sponge. Then I'm going to set my under eyes using our powder concealer in Fresh. This is not only setting, but it's also brightening that area as well. So that's why I like to set it. It keeps it from creasing and it keeps it in place all day. Then I'm going to go in with just a tiny amount of the Shape Tape. This really is just to add just a touch more coverage and to brighten it up because it is super, super light, and I really love a bright under eye. So again, just blend that out with the damp beauty sponge, and then I'm going to set that with the powder concealer. Normally I only set it once, but I forgot to add the Shape Tape before I set. Then I'm going in with my blusher brush and the Beachfront bronzer in Sunset. This is probably my favorite bronzer I've ever used in my life. It is incredible. It's a nice buttery finish and it just blends on beautifully. It's very natural. It's not muddy or orange. So I'm just applying that to my cheeks and just doing kind of a quick contour, I guess, just really just bronzing things up. Then I'm going in with Supported in our new blush. This is the pressed blusher. This is how the blush are going to be when the new products are released, and using a Luxe blush brush just to add some flush to my cheeks because, again, I'm going for a natural look, which sounds crazy because I'm putting on makeup, but you get what I mean. Using Iridescent in the Cream to Powder Luminizer in the stick form, I go on the tip of my nose, on the top part of the bridge, and then right on the tippy tops of my cheekbones. Blend it out with the sponge, and then if I want to intensify it, I'll take the same shade in the Powder Luminizer and the fan brush and just dust it right over. So you can really have a subtle highlight or a blingy one. It's really up to you. Then I'm just going back in with a little more bronzer because when you're blending everything out, you can lose some of that. Then I'm using the new cream shadow. I believe this is called Cherished. This is the one that came in the Kudos. It's very pretty rosy gold. Beautiful. I'm using my finger to just blend that over my entire lid. This stuff blends out to a powder finish and it is just so easy to use and it's super pigmented. And then I'm going in my crease with the bronzer using our crease brush. These colors just work beautifully together. They're just very complementary, and the bronzer works beautiful as an eyeshadow. I'm going to spritz my sponge with Behold setting spray and just go over my entire face just to keep everything even, make sure everything's blended out. I do this a couple of different times. For my brows, I'm just going to comb my brows out first with a spoolie, and then I'm going to take the lightest shade in the brow kit, and using the angled end of the brow brush, I'm going to just go ahead and start filling it in with light feathery strokes. I always stay above the bottom part of my brow line, so I don't go underneath that. I kind of go on top of that and use the light end to fill in majority of the brow, and then I use the darker shade on the arches, and then I'm just using a Winky Lux brow liner because I'm out of hours to just finesse it because I'm very, very sparse on the ends. Then I flip the brush to the flat end and go back into the kit and use that clear balm and just kind of brush it over to set it in place. Comb through one more time just to make sure there's no buildup, and we're good to go. For lashes, I'm just going to take our 3D Fiber Mascara. Still waiting for my Epic Mascara to arrive. But I'm going in with the transplant gel, really coating my lashes with this. Every single lash I want coated in this transplant gel. Normally I just wear the transplant gel, but I wanted a little more drama, so I'm going in with the fibers, kind of in rolling motion, just focusing that on the middle to the tips of my lashes, and this really adds crazy length. And this is actually the old formula, so if you can believe, they've even made that mascara even better than it was before. So after I do that, I set it or seal it with another layer of the transplant gel, and we're good to go. And there I was just filling in my boo-boo. Sometimes you can get mascara on your lid, so I was just taking a skinny liner brush and more of the eyeshadow and just covering up where I made a mistake. Then I'm going to exfoliate with the lip exfoliator. This thing is amazing. It's so yummy, even though you shouldn't eat it. It's got little sugar granules in it, but it is completely safe and not harsh on your lips. So I exfoliate, wipe that away, and then I'm going in with Secure. This is our new metallic liquid lipstick. Came in the Kudos this month, but it may become available again next month. And there you have it. So this is what my makeup can do for me. If you're interested in what it can do for you, shoot me a message. I'm happy to color match. Thanks, guys.